in progress.
Oh my God, that's a big tasty meatball for you to listen to, and so is this the noodle of the show. My name is Mario. Welcome to Turtle Breakers, where we watch bad turtle movies and there is none. This is my co-host. She is also called the Yer, because all she can say is and that's all she does and all she knows to do.
What?
Hi, Jasmine.
What?
You don't know how to do bets at all, and neither do I, because this is Jawsbreakers, baby.
Wow, I had no idea that this is what this was.
Well, surprise it is. But yeah, it's the show, the Scary Funny Shark Show. It's us, Jawsbreakers. My name is Brett. That one is Jasmine. Hello
Hi.
to you. It's great to see you walk into our underwater den for yet another movie feature that we watched together as a pair of creatures. Jasmine, first off, gotta get it out of the way. You're dressed like a shark.
I am dressed up like a shark today. I felt the need to wear the shark onesie we used for our little shark movie trailer for season 2.
Indeedly. That's fantastic. I love it. And I'm not wearing mine, but I wore mine to the last time we watched. At least for part of the time. It was just too hot to wear.
I felt inspired. Fin-spired. Fin-spired?
Sure, we'll go with that. I hate it.
Fins?
No.
Yeah?
No. I don't want it. Take it back. Take it back to the store.
I thought it was pretty sharktacular.
That's not even a pun. That's just combining two words together.
Exactly.
You should have said fantastic.
Well, it's too late for that now.
Yeah, it's way too late for that now. Hey folks, this is the show where we watch shark movies, whether they be good or bad, and then we talk about it. So Jasmine, last Saturday we watched a shark movie. It was either good or bad, and we'll find out soon enough. It was called Jasmine, because it looked just like her. Jasminopus.
Ew, no, I never want to hear that word
shark
come out of anybody's mouth ever.
I'm sorry.
Again.
Well, I hate to tell you, the name of this movie was Sharktopus, so you're gonna hear the word Sharktopus a whole lot.
I'm okay with Sharktopus, just that don't include.
You know that James Bond movie?
Which one?
Octopussy.
I'm good.
It's an actual James Bond movie. Moving on, Jasmine. We watched Sharktopus, a movie about a military genetically engineered shark octopus hybrid that the military loses control of and goes on a killing rampage down the coast where I forget. But first off, what? You're about to whisper something. Just do it.
The location was Puerto Vallarta.
There you go. So that
Mexico,
place,
I believe.
That place is where it was. And oh boy, where to start with this one, Jasmine? Let's see. First off, we started late as per usual.
With a lot of frustration with the fact that again, Streamlab never works for us.
It never does, but we think we got it wrangled down a little bit so that when we have Chris Logan on the show, surprise spoiler alert, we're gonna have Chris Logan on the show next month. And that'll be great. We'll announce what movie we're watching as we get closer to the date, because it seems to have worked this time. We waited 2 weeks instead of the full month. We waited 2 weeks before announcing the movie, and lo and behold, it was still on there. So we didn't have any more mistakes like with Five-Headed Shark or the one before that, I forget what it was. Oh, Jaws in Japan. What was it called? Psycho Shark.
Psycho Shark.
Yeah, that one was on there and then removed before we could get to watch it, unfortunately. So hopefully it doesn't happen anymore and this continues to work. So if you stay tuned to our social medias, InstaPodDog on Instagram or Jaws_show on Twitter, we announce what we're going to watch on those, or you can join the Discord and we also do it there as well. But
not we, Brett does that because I don't really go on the Discord.
because Jasmine doesn't do anything and doesn't help in the slightest, except
That's
to make.
not true.
She personally programmed OBS to frustrate me and make me sad. That's what she did. So good job on that,
And
Jasmine.
that'd be pretty evil. That'd be pretty evil sibling.
It's
if
like
I
next
were to
level
actually
evil.
do that.
And the reason's always like, you remember that one toy of mine you broke when I was 3? This is for that. Like that would be the long con of it.
All the choke slams that happened, the claws that you've done. This is revenge.
They say you should never do wrestling moves to babies, so I don't know what you're talking about. I've never done that.
For those of you who are watching the YouTube video,
anyway, no one is. It's fine. I don't know what she's talking about. So we watched Sharktopus, which is a movie in a series, is the first in a series of movies. Hopefully we'll get to see those.
I wrote
someday.
a spoiler, but I won't say it.
Well, let's start off, Jasmine, because we got our housekeeping out of the way. And
gotta start off with the facts. You know, your girl got the facts.
You are not my girl. You're my sister. I hate to tell you. Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know you was my sister?
Pretty sure you call me Sister Blister all the time.
Oh, my sister Blister from another Mister. Oh, wait, from the same Mister.
From the same Mister, yeah.
From the same Mister that we're aware of.
Though you guys did used to tell me that I was adopted. To be mean to me. But I'm pretty sure that's not possible. If I'm adopted,
I don't think that's true. I don't think any of that's true. But anyway.
Anyways, Sharktopus. The movie came out in 2010 and was an hour and 29 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
And it was directed by Declan O'Brien, who you might have heard of from Rock Monster, Joyride 3 and 4, and the movie Hijacked.
I have not.
I haven't heard of any of these, but
you said you might know him from a few movies.
Yeah, the audience might have heard. They might have heard.
If you've heard of any of those movies, please write in and justify Jasmine.
I looked at some of the cover art and like the Joyride movies, those sound like something that I've heard of before.
And Liam, you don't count. You're on my side, not hers.
He's my best friend.
No. Yeah, well, he's my boyfriend.
Well,
yeah, you didn't know that.
We're gonna have a talk about that later.
No, you don't. He doesn't owe you shit.
Well, fine. Welcome to the family. I would more than love to have him as a brother-in-law.
Fantastic.
Anyways, like I said, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Probably butchering that.
Keep
the ratings in this.
Breathing hard.
IMDb gave them a 3.2 out of 10.
That's too low.
Rotten Tomatoes, 57%.
That seems too high.
And 67% of Google users like this movie.
That seems accurate.
I agree. I didn't hate this movie.
Did 60% of myself like this movie? I think yes. I think 60% of me did. Yeah, I would hazard maybe 70% of me enjoyed the movie. I like the movie overall. Spoiler alert, I like this one. I don't think it was nearly as good as House Shark or what?
Nothing ever compares to House Shark for you.
Nothing ever will equate to House Shark. Nothing will ever come close to House Shark. Thank you. Goodbye.
But I did like Sharktopus. I like I actually like.
You just said it. Ew.
I like the character. I think the being that they created, the creature they created, was cool looking. I didn't understand some of the design aspects, but I liked it overall.
Okay.
I mean, I don't understand the spikes in the gills.
I want to.
But everything else I liked. I liked when it would jump out of the water.
I wonder because an octopus keeps its beak is in the center of all of its tentacles. Like if you can imagine a skirt of tentacles underneath the skirt where the parts are is where the beak is on an octopus. So on Sharktopus, however, the octopus's head or its bell rather was where the shark was. So, well, it'd be easier if I went the other way and just said the shark fin was replaced with octopus tentacles. So what was in there? Probably a butthole now that I'm thinking about it, because all them people it ate have to go somewhere. Probably a very...
Well, they said that the shark wasn't necessarily eating humans. It was mostly killing. You're right.
It said it wasn't, and it really didn't eat anybody. It just murdered people brutally all the time. I think
there was like one, maybe.
Also, to also emphasize, maybe that's not the right word, to jump off of the spikes and the gills that you said you didn't understand. He also had razor pointy tentacles that he could impale people with, like an alien.
Well, sometimes
like they were like from a xenomorph from Alien.
Well, sometimes they were pointy, but then other times they weren't.
Right.
What I noticed, unless like a couple of them were like that, and the other ones weren't. Maybe he had like 2 specific tentacles that were like pointy death spear tentacles.
Pointy death spear tentacles is the name of my metal band.
Okay, cool. If you have seen this movie, I'm gonna go through the cast really quick. There actually was a lot of people in this movie.
Well, hold on. Let's go through them as instead of like listing off a bunch of names that people will immediately forget. Let's just go through the plot of the movie, and as characters are introduced, we'll talk about them. So the gist of it is we start off, there's this military demonstration for Sharktopus. They're demonstrating its lethal capabilities. Yes.
Enter Nathan Sands and his daughter.
No, that's not what happens first. Like, doesn't the shark sink something? I'm trying to remember. What is it?
Yeah,
sink?
but they're talking about. He's like my baby girl, and she's
no.
That.
We're talking about the movie, like what happened in the movie. Like Sharktopus sinks something, and as we see it recalled the base, it has like a blinky light on top of its head.
Yeah, but during that scene, there are people talking.
Okay. Well, you're right. Eric Roberts plays Nathan Sands, or is it the other way around?
You might know him.
You won't.
Dark Knight.
Okay, well, maybe that one. Maybe that one too.
He is in both of those.
I would say he's the second most recognizable person in this movie.
Agreed.
And he is the standard military guy. I don't know. His performance wasn't really quite there for me. He was supposed to be like the obsessive head of a top secret military
kind of the
experiment. He's not even, well, I mean, he's kind of like a villain per se. So the device that controls Sharktopus breaks. I don't remember. It falls off something.
Well, it's hit by like a submarine or something like that.
So I wish I would remember that. Holy shit, that sounds ridiculous.
While it was attacking, it got loose, and as it was on its way back, it came off.
Yeah. So if you could imagine like a CIA guy who's that's a bad example, but
mad scientist who created a weapon of destruction and is completely obsessed with it, and then it
with
goes
the military's money, but he wants it back. But the important part of this is he wants it back alive.
Yeah.
And his sister, and probably a terrible display of nepotism, is like the lead scientist on it other than him.
Not his sister, his daughter.
That's what I meant to say. His daughter, lab coat, long legs and all, and
Sarah Lane. That's her name.
Okay. I was gonna make fun of you for mispronouncing it, but I don't think I could do any better.
Malakul, Kul.
Malakul Lane. Yeah, no, I don't think I can do any better. But yeah, I just want to say real quick, I hated her. Not her. I hated the way she was treated through the movie as baby girl or baby cakes, or like that whole like all the men in this fucking movie just treat her like garbage because she's a lady scientist,
and they definitely,
or because she was the daughter.
they also kind of forced the standard hot guy savior guy and
Yep,
her.
they
Kind
sure
of like
did.
forced a it's not like force, but like they try to kind of make the connection that they're like a thing or they're worth thing, and like somewhere along the line he ends up respecting her, but it's like not really believable.
Yeah.
You can call me Andy, not Flynn. As when the part when he was like, you don't have because they had a heart to heart.
So Sharktopus is now on the loose, and they essentially they want it back alive. Eric Roberts, is it Eric Roberts or Nathan Sands? Is the character Nathan Sands or is his name Eric Roberts? I'm confused. I forgot.
Eric Roberts is the
actor.
father.
Okay, so Eric Roberts, the actor, plays the role of Nathan Sands, who has an assistant, Jasmine, whose name is?
His name was Andy Flynn.
Okay.
Who he ended up firing at some point.
Are you sure? No. I'm sorry. You know, you're technically kind of right, but in the movie, like his assistant guy is Julian Gonzalez, and Julian, who plays Santos, and Santos convinces Nathan Sands that they need to get back there. I'm getting there. You're fucking jumping the shark, Jasmine. So Julian Gonzalez convinces Nathan Sands that in order to get Sharktopus back alive, the best man for the job is someone who used to work for Sands, and that is Andy Flynn, played by Karen.
I don't remember that much involvement with.
I do, because at first Nathan Sands didn't want anything to do with them, and he said, you know, if you want this thing back alive, he's the best.
Well, I remember they were really good friends.
Yes, Santos and Andy Flynn are like best friends.
Or best friends.
And it's implied that Andy Flynn's just a greedy, womanizing guy who left because he just wasn't getting enough money. And they offer him, I think, 6 figures to come back into the fold to retrieve Sharktopus because they mentioned that it escaped, which he takes.
He's the best man for the job.
Somehow. I don't know. I mean, you could have got a fucking dummy out of the Kmart showcase to do his job. I did not like him. I did not like his character, I should say. Like, he was terrible. He was very what's the word I'm looking for, Jasmine? Help me.
I don't know. I didn't like him either. I have written down standard hot guy.
I don't even
standard hot saver, because they were like constantly showing his abs and.
Oh no, he definitely beefed up for this role, and he wanted you to know it, and so did the director. But what the word I was thinking of wasn't quite toxic masculinity, but it was very much like just egotistical. And
oh yeah, he was definitely all about himself.
Also, the way he talked to the doctor lady scientist, Nicole Sands, the way he talked to her, like just so dismissively, just not an ounce, a shred of humble in him at all. And
I really wanted Nicole Sands to be this strong female.
She never was from the start,
leader, but she just didn't end up.
She never did the entire time. Even like her quote unquote moment, like, fell flat on its face. But like this guy, he was not written well at all. Like he's supposed to be the hero, but he's probably the most despicable character in this movie.
It takes me back to one of the previous movies we watched. That guy who was also an asshole, who was also supposed to save the world. I forget what movie. It's Crocosaurus. Also an asshole, supposed to be the savior, womanizer type of character. And how many times are we gonna see this character as the lead?
And you meant Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus, but I digress.
Yeah.
So they recruit Andy Flynn, and they go off. Him and Nicole go off to. And Santos go off to try and catch the shark. Meanwhile, at this point, we've already been introduced to a news reporter by the name of Stacy, was it Everhart or something like that?
Everhart, played by Liv Bond.
Yeah. We see her and her cameraman, who is the most recognizable person in this movie. His name is Bones, and he's played by Hector Jimenez.
You might know him from the movie Nacho Libre and the Epic movie that came out.
Mm-hmm. He plays the fawn in Epic movie. He's Mr. Tummus. He's very funny. And then in Nacho Libre, he is another one of the monks at the monastery alongside Jack Black, and he's very funny in that as well. So I instantly recognized him. I instantly recognized his voice. It's probably not a good thing, but it was fine. Like, I didn't think he neither shined nor was dull in this at all. It was just okay. Did we lose you? Jasmine, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just nodding to everything you say because I'm
okay. It seemed like I lost.
No. I'm just also trying to think because as soon as we are introduced to the news reporter lady, we're also introduced to
not quite as soon as. Are you getting to the radio host people?
No.
Okay, because we'll get to that.
You're forgetting about the third wheel to the news reporter.
No, I haven't. You just interrupted me, damn you.
Well, that's what I was getting to.
Well, go ahead and do it.
They go to this guy Pez because apparently he's got the scoop.
And he's played by Blake Lindsay. You might remember Pez. Pez is played by Blake Lindsay. And you might remember him from such movies as Avatar, The Last Airbender, and
was he really in that?
Alien 2, More Aliens, and also Transformers, Dark of the Moon. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea what he is.
I was gonna say I don't recall seeing all of those movies underneath his name because I checked and they were all like the typical, B movies that he was in. So
I have no idea what he was in.
I was so confused.
The only thing I'm seeing off of a cursory glance is Sharktopus and something called Bach from the Dead, but it's spelled like Sebastian Zohan Bach.
Okay. Continue then. We meet Pez. He's supposed to play the drunk guy with the scoop. And the reporter basically wants to
I kind of want to see this Bach from the Dead movie, Jasmine. I'm not going to lie.
Gracious.
Oh my God, it actually has Sebastian Bach in it.
Anyways.
You've got to be kidding me. This might be the greatest movie of all time.
Better than House Shark?
Johann Bach teams up with the mysterious Josh after he is resurrected by a failing rap artist. Thus ensues a murderous rampage that can only be quenched by one thing: Cop John Cannon's magnum.
I think I'm good.
Oh my God. I was wrong. It does not actually have Sebastian Bach in it.
Okay, bro beans, we got to get back to the movie.
What movie?
Sharktopus.
Oh, that one. Sure. So... The reporter, Miss Stacey Everhart, and her assistant Bones managed to rope in not bribe, more like hire. Yeah. It's not really a bribe.
She kind of threw money at him.
And they start at a bar trying to pump him for information because he claims to have seen. She's tracking down a lead of someone who saw the Sharktopus or something. At this point they don't know what it is exactly. And with enough cachet, he spills the beans, and then she proceeds to hire him
to be her boat guy.
Well, not at first. It wasn't a boat. At first, they just went to like the bay where he saw the monster, and lucky enough, they're filming like a little interview with him. Sharktopus happens to arrive back at the spot where he saw it and starts murdering people, much to her delight, I should say.
Well, she wasn't happy about it, but...
Oh, no, she seemed thrilled as far as I could tell.
Well, they also ended up running and screaming. But also there's that point where it's like, when are you guys going to when is everyone going to notice that a giant Sharktopus is attacking everybody?
I think it's also at this point we see the Sharktopus for the first time actually come up on land using its tentacles at like long, I don't know, legs.
Well, apparently octopuses or octopi can...
Octopuses is actually the correct term. Octopi is not. Believe it or not. If you think that octopi is correct, because I thought for the longest time, look it up. It's actually not true.
Octopuses, they can actually be on land for a little bit and survive. Like it's not.
Well, yeah, that's nothing new, but they can't walk on their tentacles like the way.
Well, yeah, obviously they.
Jeez, what are we talking about here? So yeah, after the Sharktopus attack, they're like, oh no, like the water is infested with Sharktopus and it's killing everybody and everything. What should we do? We should get on a boat to try and film it some more. Meanwhile, our heroes are likewise caught some kind of cockamamie fucking plan to
Capture it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This part was kind of murky
And
at
then
best. I didn't quite
even
understand
more
it.
characters get introduced. You get to see.
Yeah, we see the radio host with his sexy. What is
Captain
she?
Jack and Stephanie or
What is
Stephanie.
What is she supposed to be to him? She just works for him, I guess.
I guess like his assistant or something like that.
At first, I thought they might have been like lovers or married or boyfriend girlfriend or something because
They do a lot of banter where she's like, "Ew, you're gross."
Exactly. Well, not at the second time we see them, they do, but at first he's kind of like giving her eyes, and she's kind of very giggly, and he's just this weird radio DJ guy on a boat. And she hands him like the ticker tape that says like, hey, inform people there's a Sharktopus attack, and he just chooses to ignore it because he doesn't believe it.
And he goes on a huge rant about how it's probably not real, but if it is real, then send nudes or something like that.
Yeah, he's like some kind of shock jock radio guy who
he
said like the
man.
FCA ran him out of America or some shit like that. Like just fucking really
just another guy who another character that doesn't treat women like they should be treated and thinks they're a hot shit.
100%. What's that one guy that sucks? Jones. You know what I'm talking about?
Is from this movie or a different movie?
No, from real life. The guy that got kicked, Alex Jones. He kind of reminds me of Alex Jones a little bit, but not as bad as Alex Jones. But he just gives me that vibe. Alex Jones is the guy that thinks the Democrats are poisoning your water to make frogs gay. He's that guy. Truly a psychopath if there ever was one. But naturally, we're just gonna power through. What's his name again? Captain Jack.
The whole cast.
Just gonna power through Captain Jack and Steffi. The third time we see them, they are attacked by the Sharktopus and killed. Sharktopus is on a rampage. At some point, we also see the death of Pez. He gets killed on his boat. Somehow,
Santos.
Stacy, Everhart, and Bones escape. You're correct. Santos too dies, and this is supposed to be a huge motivating factor for Andy, where he's like, "That was my best friend, dang it!" And then suddenly he's got morals, and he's like, "Your money's not enough money to save my soul. We have to kill the beast." And Nathan Sands is adamant that he does not want to kill the beast.
Oh,
and it comes to light that Nathan Sands has been playing with the Sharktopus's programming behind the scenes to make it more lethal, more of a killer, more murderous, much to Nicole Sands' dismay.
And we ultimately did see a scene real quick, because I think it wasn't like a huge impactful scene, but it gave us more insight on Sharktopus. There was a scene where Andy Flynn and a bunch of divers go in to try and trank the Sharktopus.
Yeah, that was part of their plan.
Yeah, and basically they went down and
Jasmine, you froze.
The Sharktopus.
Jasmine, you froze. I might need you to restart your camera. I'm sorry.
I'm not frozen on my side. Oh, now I am.
Yeah. So sorry, dear listener.
I wasn't frozen on my side.
You're frozen on my side. Anyway, but yeah,
they get attacked by Sharktopus, and we get to see the fact that Sharktopus does in fact have the ink.
Yes, it can. It's capable of inking.
And literally nothing was done, and for some reason, Andy Flynn survives, and everybody else dies.
Yeah, and so so now we're at odds with Nathan Sands, who has a bunch of soldiers in his employ. He demands that they take it back alive, and now his daughter and Andy Flynn are together in killing it.
Yep.
This culminates in a scene where Sharktopus attacks a resort. I don't know. They were like spitting fire. Yeah, they're dancers, but they were not in sync at all, and the music didn't quite match up. But anyway, Sharktopus shows up, rips a few people apart. Kind of brutal, honestly. Like the scenes where Sharktopus kills people are kind of brutal. They're obviously fake. Like we're not talking Transformers Dark of the Moon level CGI here, but pretty gruesome.
Yeah, and within that, both Andy Flynn and Nicole Sands end up meeting up with her dad and some goons, and he's like, "You can't kill it," and she's like, "No, we have to." And then Sharktopus attacks again,
Yeah,
killing almost everybody except for Nicole and Flynn. Her dad obviously dies.
yes.
He's saying something.
Yeah, what did he say, Jasmine?
I don't even remember.
You don't remember?
They
I
call her
can't remember.
baby girl or something.
Something like that. And later on, she's trying to figure out the code. What is the code even for? I don't even remember.
Okay, so basically that they end up tracking down Sharktopus. After all of this happens, they want to get their revenge, they want to kill it. Sharktopus ends up in this like touristy restaurant that's like got a waterfall. It's like all decked out like a mini resort. It like has to walk onto land and then go into the water.
Mm-hmm.
And they track it down there, and within that, you see that the reporter, the cameraman, they're still trying to get news, and they end up dying. Dun dun dun. And they decide, well, we still have, if we can get the tracker or whatever thing put back onto the shark, then there's like a kill code that you can put in and blow the shark's brains out.
Okay.
So then there's the whole scene where Flynn is like, instead of using his like millions of guns, he drops his gun and is fighting the Sharktopus with a stick, and she's trying to figure out what the kill code is to enter into his computer to put it in. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised you didn't say anything about the stick. It was like the stupidest thing. He literally dropped the guns to pick up 2 different sticks.
Something real quick. I just remembered. This movie did do a good job of random like death scenes. Like I didn't like Captain Jack, but I did like the 2 painters on the side of the boat, like old timey, like almost like from a different era, like old timey boat painters.
That. I don't. What was it that the painter guy said? No, not like this.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he goes, "Oh no, not like this." Ha! Like it was.
And he dies.
It was very funny. I enjoyed that. Here's a great line that I had forgotten, and I'm just reading it here. It's Stacey Everhart says, when she first met Pez, she says, "You can stop staring at my rack. They're just boobs. They're not going to get up and dance or anything." Good line. Great line.
But she perks them up to get his attention.
She does do that, yeah.
Makes no sense.
So he, before Sands dies, he says something, and then I was like, if that ends up being the password to some fucking thing on a computer somewhere, and sure enough, it sure did. I think at this point, the Sharktopus has worked its way inland into yet another resort town. Before I go on, where another random attack that I liked was the bungee cord one. That's 2 other characters.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about
forgot about
that.
it. So just a random husband and wife combo that are vacationing or honeymooning or something. And she's talking about how, like, can't we just go back to the hotel room and relax, yada yada. And he's like, oh, blah blah blah, being a real prick, mind you. And he's like, we're going
bungee jumping. She said, I told you I'm afraid of heights.
I'm afraid of heights. He says, you got to get over it somehow. Like, no, that's not how getting over fears works. You don't just force somebody to do it. Like, they have to be ready to do it too.
But then they end up going bungee jumping, and she enjoys it, and she goes in to do it a second time. And as she's going down, Sharktopus jumps up into the air,
snatches her. Great death. So I love that. I like that one a lot as well too.
I can't emphasize enough that I did like the Sharktopus design. I think it's fun. I want to make a stuffed animal of it. I think it's so cute.
It doesn't make any sense at all, but I agree with you. Like, a stuffed animal would be very cute. If it doesn't already exist, you should make one.
I don't know how to do that, but I could always try.
Sure, do it. Let's see, Jasmine, where are we at now? So, it's gone into the reason why I was reminded about bungee cord is because there were zip lining people And Sharktopus naturally grabs somebody while they're ziplining.
Forgot about that too.
Yeah,
There's a lot of side killing
Um,
scenes in this movie.
Eventually, we get to the point where Bones has had enough of Stacey Everhart, and he's like, "When is enough enough?" He's like, "We're done with this. I'm done with you. Film it your own self or something." And as she's chasing after him, we don't see it. She doesn't see it, but she comes around a corner or something.
And the camera is on the ground.
Bloody cameras on the ground. We're assuming Bones got killed off screen, very unceremoniously.
Here comes Sharktopus, grabbing her, and she's literally like,
yeah,
and she's literally like,
it's pulling like it's gonna pull her in half. Yeah, like very much that scene from Silent Hill where the lady's being propped up by barbed wire. That scene, kind of like that, but with tentacles. So
but it just looks silly to me. I thought it was
any other anime porn that you've ever seen?
Let's not go there.
What's it called? Oh, hentai. That's right. I almost forgot. Yes, I've thrown them off my trail.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So they're dead. Now all that's left is Nicole Sands and Andy Flynn. And Jasmine, do you want to take over this part because my brain doesn't remember?
Well, I mean, I was, and then you backtracked, so that's fine. Basically he puts some type of object onto the shark, ditches his gun, and is fighting the Sharktopus with multiple sticks. And as he's doing that, Nicole is trying to remember or get into her father's laptop to put in the kill code to blow up the shark brain. So basically, you just have a scene where he's stabbing it and yelling at Nicole, hurry up! Mm-hmm. And they're just like in this like waterfall area, and he's just fighting the shark. And then it ends up, the password to his computer is baby girl or something. I don't remember the exact words that he called her.
It's something like that, baby cakes or whatever.
Something. She puts it in.
Something terrible.
She says, "Oh, Dad," and then hits the switch. The shark's brains explode, and basically that's the end of the movie.
That's the end of the movie, and of course the guy gets the girl because it's douchebags always win.
It wasn't like a huge like scene though. It was like they hugged or something.
Yeah.
It was more to me. It was more camaraderie, but emphasis on the fact that they're most likely gonna be together.
Probably. Yeah.
But there was no kissing scene. There wasn't any hand holding. It was just like a relief. But I kind of like you. We had a thing back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, that's Sharktopus. We sat through the credits, no post-credit scenes. Really surprised considering there's a bunch of sequels.
I'm not. I don't want to spoil like how there are sequels.
Okay, well, don't. We'll talk about it when we get to those movies.
Off camera, we'll talk about it. Brett, are you? Do you want to do the ratings first, or do you want to do the quiz first?
Let's do the quiz, and then we'll finish. We'll rank Sharktopus on our undisputable perfect shark movie ranking.
Okie dokie, Brett. I don't have many questions since it is just the Rooney.
Unbelievable. This is unprecedented.
All right, Brett, are you ready? Are you prepared?
I'm upset with you.
Are you prepared?
For what? You haven't said anything yet.
For these questions. Are you prepared?
Just go, do it.
Okay.
Woman, goddamn.
How many brains does an octopus have and why?
It has one in each tentacle and then one more in its bell.
So total of?
And each one that controls a tentacle is literally like a brain to control that tentacle. So that would be a total of 9. 9 brains.
That is correct. There are 9 brains. Or not, 9 brains in a shark, not a shark.
No, that's incorrect, Jasmine. This is your quiz.
There's 9, 1 in each tentacle, and then another brain. So there's 9.
Yes, that's what I said.
Yes, and you are correct. Brett, what is the name of the operation for Sharktopus? Do you remember the name?
Operation Deepwater.
Close.
Deep Blue.
But you are incorrect.
Is it Deep Blue?
Nope. Close again.
Well, then it has to be.
Take the last word and the first word.
Blue water.
Yes, that's correct.
You froze again. Well, I was close. Do I get a half point for that one?
Sure. You can have a half point.
Sweet.
Brett.
Go ahead.
Other than the
That's me.
Sharktopus movies.
This Brett, me, this guy.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Other
And,
than
you never know. There could be somebody listening to this named Brett, and then they're like, "Huh, me? What?"
Well, Brett, if you're listening, you feel free to take a moment to answer the questions as well.
Pause, answer the question, then press play to see if you're correct.
Exactly.
And if you beat my score, you get to be the new Brett. I have to retire. That's how it works.
Well, there you go.
There can only be so many podcasts.
You have made that announcement.
We are ruled.
Now you have
we
to
are
make
ruled by Mortal Kombat rules. You have to beat us on the ladder on the way up. At the very top is Scott Aukerman. Nobody can beat him. He's ruthless. Go ahead, Javin.
Okay. Brett, other than the Sharktopus movies, where can one find Sharktopus?
In what context? I don't think I understand the question.
In other than the Sharktopus
movies,
where can one find Sharktopus?
On TV when Sci-Fi airs its original movie series, Sharktopus?
No.
Do you mean like on
I'm
comic
being specific
books?
to media.
Okay, so I don't know, so I'm just gonna guess and say comic books.
That is incorrect. Sharktopus can be found in the Adventures of the Sea kids books, the Sea Kids animated TV show.
What? The Sharktopus.
And Monster Island game.
Hold on a second.
In the Monster Island game.
The Sharktopus is in
there
children's
is
books.
Sharktopus.
No. Hold on. I don't want it to be.
He's in there, but they have made him more child friendly.
Is it the sci-fi created Sharktopus? Or is it just a random shark octopus hybrid?
Sharktopus was created in these books and animated TV show, but changed to be more kid friendly. He can also be found in the Monster Island video game.
I don't believe you. Go to the next question.
Okay.
That one didn't count. What? That's me. Hi. You don't have to keep saying my name.
I'm going to. Are octopuses natural predators of sharks?
No.
If so, name the types of octopus that will capture and eat a shark.
I mean, it would have to be the giant Pacific octopus, and it would only then be able to eat smaller sharks like nurse sharks or.
That is correct.
Yeah. What up?
That is correct. Octopus will eat sharks, but it has to be the giant Pacific octopus, and obviously they have to be bigger.
I was gonna say that's just like a matter of size. When I first thought of that, I thought I'm thinking great whites and stuff, and like there's no way.
Nope.
But a smaller shark could be eaten by a larger octopus, and the largest octopus, everybody knows, is the giant Pacific octopus. So
that is correct.
Did I win?
Last question.
Oh, okay. For all the bananas? For all the calamari?
Sure.
The winner of this gets fish and octopus for dinner.
Per the sci-fi wiki, what are Sharktopus's 3 dislikes?
Oh no. Okay, so oh no. It dislikes
soy marbles.
It dislikes soy sauce. It dislikes. Can you let me say my questions first, fucker? Or my answers? It dislikes soy sauce. It dislikes the military. And it dislikes plucky.
There's an obvious one.
It probably stinks at this point.
Brett, I'll give you a half point on military.
Yeah, military is. It's very anti-establishment. Sharktopus is a communist.
The 3 dislikes of Sharktopus are 1, humans.
Okay.
Just general humans.
Sure.
2, gunfire.
Okay.
And
it had like semi-bulletproof skin somehow too. Another thing, because they shot it at a lot. Sharks
missed every single time.
Sharks and octopi are not bullet immune, so I don't know why Sharktopus is. That's a funny thing. I want to also bring up about dinosaurs in movies. People shoot dinosaurs like fucking crazy and they don't die. they're lizards. If you shot an alligator in its head, it's probably going to die. So like if you shot a T-Rex in the head with like a high-powered rifle, it'll die. But anyway,
The
then I
last,
went.
no, the last thing that it dislikes are boats.
Okay, great. I'm glad
Those are the
Sci-Fi completed Sharktopus's dating profile for it. Did it have its likes?
I can't remember. I think it did though.
Oh, that'd be more interesting to me. What is it? What is Sharktopus like? We'll
don't
never
know.
know. We'll never know. No, we'll save it for the next one. Don't forget, Jasmine, we gotta rate this bad boy. Eye roll meter. I'm gonna say a lot, but not for not good eye rolls. I didn't eye roll out of Jizz Madam. I eye rolled out of like some of this stuff I hated. I hated all these toxic men in this movie. I don't think there was a single one I liked except maybe Bones. Bones was like the only nice man in the movie who neither objectified women or expected them to do what he said or told them to get in line or yada, yada, yada. Like Bones, I guess Santos to that matter.
Yeah.
Even though Santos wasn't in it very long. Yeah, I think that's it for the dudes. And the ladies, like, I guess I like Stacey Everhart. I mean, she's greedy, no doubt, full of greed. In her
Wanted
heart.
to be famous.
But she was ambitious. She was strong. She didn't let men objectify her or push her around in the slightest. In fact, quite the opposite. She pushed men around. So if there's one star of this movie, it's Stacey Everhart. But that's neither here nor there. Jasmine, what do you think for eye roll meter? I'm going like a 7, I think.
I thought we did it out of 5.
We can do it out of 5, and then I'll say 4. Doesn't matter.
Because it was bad.
Okay, so what do you want?
Well, I was gonna give it a 1 on the negative side, but you're going 4 on the negative side.
One would mean that, to me, 1 means that there was no eye rolling throughout the movie. I feel like there was a lot of eye rolling, and it was for bad reasons.
I will give it a 3 then. 3 fins.
Okay,
Stop
it. I hate that. Cheesy factor. This movie's full of cheese. I think the cheese that it has, though, it pulls off well, like the painters on the side of the boat, the zip liner, the lady on the bungee cord, like that kind of cheesiness. The Wilhelm scream from one of the football players on the beach, like, you know, they did the Wilhelm scream. That suit's definitely cheesy. The main cast was cheesy, but in a bad way, however. So I think it kind of evens itself out right in the middle. So 3 for me.
I feel like I would also give it a 3.
Cool. And brutality, I think it was a pretty brutal movie.
It was brutal, but there wasn't as much blood.
I think there was a lot of blood. I think you're misremembering, but I'm going to say 3.5. Because I don't want to say 4.
I'll go with 3 across the board for that one too.
Well, based on our math here, this is going to get put somewhere in the top 6, I believe. It's going to be in the top upper echelon of the movies we watched, and I think that's fine. I think I liked it. I definitely liked it more than Santa Jaws. Let's go over the list real quick. The official Jawsbreakers shark movie tier list, undisputable, correct shark movie tier list of all time. Number 1, sitting up at the top, it's lonely up there, 47 meters down, uncaged. Sharktopus is not better than that. Followed by Six-Headed Shark Attack, staying put. Followed by The Reef, your camera stopped again. Number 4, House Shark. Number 5, Ouija Shark. Number 6, Santa Shark. 7, Empire of the Sharks. Welcome back. Where did we leave off? Number 6, Santa Jaws. 7, Empire of the Sharks. 8, Planet of the Sharks. 9, Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus. 10, Avalanche Sharks. And number 11, last on our list, was Ice Sharks. So I'm going to go on a limb here and say that I like Sharktopus better than Santa Jaws, Empire, and Planet of the Sharks, and all the films underneath there. I do not like it more than House Shark, though. I'm willing to say I like it more than Ouija Shark, I believe. So for me, I want to put the movie at number 5.
I like Ouija Shark more.
So we're gonna fight over the 5 and 6 spot. You like it better than Santa Jaws,
Yes.
but you like Ouija Shark more than Sharktopus. I disagree. I think a lot of Ouija Shark's charms are in how low budget it is.
That's why I like it.
House Shark is also low budget, but it's
but I just
brilliant piece of film.
I just liked it.
We're gonna have to rewatch House Shark so we can rank
I
it
just
higher.
like
The fact that the reef is above House Shark makes me mad. Let's see here.
How about this? How about you put house sharks above reef sharks and then put...
No, we can't renegotiate the list. The list is done. You can't do that. I liked this movie better than Ouija Shark. I thought Ouija Shark was funny.
I liked all the female characters in
I did too,
Ouija Shark.
but I feel like it was funny because it was bad. And Sharktopus had some funny moments that were legitimately funny. And they get bonus points for actually filming with boats on the water in a tropical environment.
I mean, when you put it like that, yeah, but...
I mean, because it definitely had a bigger budget. You need to fix your fucking camera. What is wrong with you?
I don't know what to tell you.
This is because you're on that damn browser.
What?
For the sake of not being here all night, I'm willing to let Sharktopus fall underneath Ouija Shark at number 6 above Santa Jaws. But I owe you one. So when I get a movie that I think, when we're arguing over placement and it's just like one or the other, I'm getting that one.
Okay.
Deal?
Deal.
Okay. Deal. So your new list, as of now, is number 1, 47 meters down. Number 2, six-headed shark attack. 3, the reef. 4, house shark. 5, Ouija shark. 6, Sharktopus. 7, Santa Jaws. 8, Empire of the Sharks. 9, Planet of the Sharks. 10, Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus. 11, Avalanche Sharks. And 12, Ice Sharks. So congratulations, Sharktopus. You made top 6. I think you deserve to be top 5. I would honestly probably rather watch. Something we don't consider. And when we make these lists, if we had all these movies in front of us, which one are we most likely to watch again?
I would watch Ouija Shark.
I would watch 47 meters down, six-headed shark. I would watch House Shark. I'm going to watch House Shark again, let's be honest. I would watch Sharktopus. I have no desire to watch Ouija Shark, The Reef, or Santa Jaws.
I don't have any desire to
maybe
watch House Shark.
Empire of the Sharks, I will say maybe because I love that one guy who's also in Six-Headed Sharks. I just love him to death. He's amazing, and I love him. So I would be interested in watching it. But that's something we should think about as we add more movies to the list. But hey, folks, that's a show. That's going to be it for us. This is Jawsbreakers. Follow us both on twitch.tv/MeteorDoll or Breaker Streams, or don't. I don't care. It's whatever. And yeah, join us next month when we have Chris Logan on the pod. Chris, hi, what's up? How you doing, playa?
The 25th.
Playa. Oh yeah, I should probably say that. Yeah, we're planning on doing watching another movie September 25th, Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. The movie, again, follow our socials. Links for everything is in the description. And we'll announce it a couple weeks ahead of time what we're going to actually be watching. So thanks so much for listening. My name's Brett. That one's Jasmine. And we are the Sharktopus. E.
Okay. And Brett.
What?
What do we say at the end of every podcast?
No, they can't do it. The show's over. I don't care what the music track does, skipping around in the background. Nobody knows. Nobody can ever know. It's unknowable, Jasmine.
Smile.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.
I see you recording still.
I'm working on it. Sharktopus. I want to be a Sharktopus. Want to be a Sharktopus. Sharktopus. Yeah. Got to be a Sharktopus.
Sharktopus.
Shark. Everybody! Hey, let me see you puss it.
Okay, bye.